This week on Cartoon Dumpster Dive, we cover the cartoon, The Bureau of Alien Detectors. Joel, do you believe in aliens? Have we discussed that on this show before?
I don't know if we have, but yeah, I believe in them. What about you?
Yeah, I believe in them too. I feel like they can achieve anything they put their minds to. Yeah, I believe in them.
What kind of aliens you talking about?
Just an alien that doubts himself, you know?
Oh,
He's like, I'll never be able to probe. And I'm like, you've got this, Zexolzor.
I didn't.
And then it turns out the person he's probing is me.
Do you think aliens have those kind of struggles? Do you think that they sit there and they doubt themselves like we do as humans? Or do you think that's a human thing?
I think that possibly aliens had to get over the existential crisis of this is bigger than them.
Okay.
And that's why they can achieve interplanetary travel. Because once you get over the fact that it's more than just humanity or Martianity, then I guess I believe it becomes a little easier to do.
Okay.
But then again, I don't know. Because I'm full of doubt, like a squishy meat human.
I like to think that that's a human thing. I feel like aliens don't experience that much.
Well, you know, there's that one interplanetary theory called the grand filter, which is why a lot of species don't achieve interplanetary travel due to them running out of resources or some, like, their mental capacity has reached a limit.
Okay.
And so maybe that's our grand filter is doubt. And
maybe we are constantly doubting everything.
We're never going to see the stars. Why even try?
Then finally somebody's just like, I'll try. And they'll do
it. They just drag him down. Yep. They're like, you'll never try. Your mother's dead. He's like, my mom is dead. And
she never loved you anyways.
And she hated space more than she hated you.
How did you know?
Ma. Okay, well, that's enough of that. Without further ado, let's review that theme song.
Let's hit it.
To many, it is modern-day folklore. To others, it is simply tabloid headlines. But to a select few, it is the ultimate reality. Intergalactic aliens have arrived on Earth. Now, they move among us. Only one top-secret elite group of trained professionals has the ability to detect these extraterrestrial beings. BAD, the Bureau of Alien Detectors. Led by Squadron Leader Sergeant Ben Packer, military war hero. Special Agent Shane Sanderson, life science expert. Moose Chenganu, alien encounter survivor. Colin Marcus, computer specialist.
You know, I understand why this intro has to be so long.
Yeah.
But it is just the most bland intro. I don't know. It's just so bland to me.
Yeah, it is very bland. I do enjoy when they introduce who's on the team.
Yeah.
It's like, you have a military hero and a psychic, and then there's Moose, and his claim to fame is he was just abducted by aliens.
That's it.
That's it. That's all he. I mean, you learn later he's got other stuff going on, but it's just like his big claim to fame is like, he was up there.
He has the experience. He knows these guys. They diddled him and everything.
Oh my.
He's just like rocking back and forth. He's like, I don't want to be here.
I mean, he kind of is, because he's just like, I'll make sure no one ever has that happen to them again. Which is weird, because the aliens gave him superpowers, so it seems kind of kind of stingy because I was like, I feel like other people would really like superpowers.
Okay, there's the question for you. Would you consent to being probed, tested on by aliens if you knew that in return you're going to get some sort of superpower? Now, the superpower is random.
Oh,
But
I don't
okay,
like that.
all right. Tell you what,
How big is the probe?
you'll get
How many holes?
you'll get 3 superpowers, random superpowers, but you
All
get
right.
3. The testing they're gonna do, it's not gonna kill you. Some of it might hurt, but it's never gonna be anything more than you can handle.
Is it going to be as bad as Randy's probing and the stick of truth? Do you remember?
I don't remember that.
Maybe.
How
Yeah,
bad was his probing?
It's
Pretty bad.
he gets ramrodded pretty hard, my dude.
Do you think it would kill somebody?
I don't think it'd kill him, but he definitely
You ain't walking.
definitely wouldn't be sitting. Definitely ain't sitting right for a while.
Then yes, it could be that bad.
Okay.
But
Three random superpowers. Are they all positive, or is there a chance I'm getting a negative one?
Oh no, they're all positive, and the rules of our physics, like the whole thing. If you got super strength, you also gotta have like unbreakable bones or whatever. None of that. It's just, hey, if you get super strength, you can use it. You can punch through walls, no problem.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
I don't know, I think I'd take it.
I would too.
If they were all positive, if there was a chance for a negative one where it's like you can talk to a toaster and you're like, great.
One out of 1,000 people will get a negative one. Oh, one
That's
that just
all 3
is pointless.
or one that. Okay, so you'd have 1 pointless power, then 2 pretty all right powers.
Yeah.
I think I'd still do it. I want to have 1,000.
Dude,
That's
I
not
would.
that bad.
I would gladly do that. I would be like, you know what? Sign me up. Because, hey, this is the closest I'll ever get to being able to fly. Because maybe I get that. Maybe that'll be the one.
What if you? Is that what you want to do? You want to have flight?
Yeah, I would love to fly, man. That would be so cool. Think about it. Be like Dragon Ball. Be like Superman. Every other human. You're just flying.
Would you
Imagine
poop on people?
Imagine the money on gas you would save.
That's true. Well, you need to answer
fly.
my question. Would you poop on people?
Would I poop on people?
Absolutely. You're in the air.
Like a fucking bird. Okay. All right. Maybe if someone cuts me off in traffic, maybe
You're flying.
look, maybe I want to hide my identity. Maybe it's raining.
Okay.
I don't like to fly in the rain, so maybe I'm going to drive. Maybe some guy cuts me off in traffic, and that's my revenge. I fly over his car and take a massive dump on it.
I'm becoming a menace. Like I'm pooping on everybody. By the way, I give this theme song about a 3.
Oh, I was going to give it a 4. I mean, it does the job, but just like a man flying ahead, crapping on you, it's not the best feeling in the world.
So this is as it stands right now, our last mega request from our Patreon from our friend Dusty, who is a part of 2 podcasts, the B Action Movie Podcast and the Flicks and Friends Podcast. You can find them on any podcasting network or platform available.
Man's making it happen. He's working overtime. I love it.
I know it.
He's working 9 to 5.
We can barely do the 1. But Joel, let's talk about this. How did the Bureau of Alien Detectors get made? Was it made to be a huge cover for an actual Bureau of Alien Detectors in our world?
Maybe. Not a lot to go off of on this show. So this was done by Saban Entertainment, developed by Eric and Julia Leeward, who were the duos that made the 90s X-Men cartoon.
I feel like everyone who's got a killer cartoon, they got one in them.
This is it.
And no, the X-Men was it. This was not it.
I thought you meant like one bad one.
Oh no, I mean like
one good
every
one.
Creator, like they got one solid good idea, and they're like I'm all in on this, and they're like, well, make something else. I'm like, I don't have any ideas for anything else.
Yeah, this, and honestly, that makes a lot of sense because this thing, the animation in it screamed X-Men animation.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, so these guys made it. Saban Entertainment produced it. It aired on the station UPN in 1996. It ran for basically 13 episodes, one season. After that, it started airing on like Fox Family Channel in 97. And from there, that's about it, Andrew. There was some, I don't know, I'll go ahead and mention it. When it did air on Fox Family, there was a lot of upset parents because they felt like this was too gruesome for like a kid's cartoon.
I could see that. So one of the things this show does is because they're aliens and they're not people, you can basically do whatever you want violence-wise to them because they're not people. I just remember one, it's like this weird, like, two-headed alien-looking thing. And they shoot him with a blaster, and his guts and eyeballs go everywhere. And you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's very shocking. You do start wondering, what age audience was this show kind of targeting. I did find they touted this show as a X-Files meets the A-Team.
I could see that.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But that's really all it for the history, Andrew. Hit us with the voice actors.
Okay, so the voice cast for the Bureau of Alien Detectors is Michael McConaughey is Ben Packer, Brie Anderson is Casey Taylor, Peter Spellos is Moose Turnganu, and Mike Reynolds is Dr. Randolph.
All right.
Their other works include Michael McConaughey is Michael Seaback in The Big O.
Ooh.
Brie Anderson is only known for her work in the Bureau of Alien Detectors.
I'm sorry, Brie.
Peter Spellos is Tracy's father in Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Oh.
And finally, Mike Reynolds is Nezu in the dubbed version of Akira.
Okay.
So we're in agreement here that this was definitely an attempt at a Reagan show, right? They had action figure concept art in the show ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell it was, but that's the thing, it wasn't successful in it. Like, there was no merchandise that I could find, nothing like that, but...
it's a Road Rover situation. Like, it's all ready, but it's just like nobody took a bite. Also, can we talk about how this show had a lot of confidence to make its acronym BAD?
Hey guys, what should it be our acronym for this Bureau Alien Detectors? How about BAD? Anybody see anything wrong with that? Any issues that could come up from BAD? No. Oh.
Why not make them the Bureau of Alien Trackers? Because at least then you could like
BAT. BAT.
BAT, or Or like just really do what Shield does, but like call it like Blade. It's something where the word
Dude,
alien can
you
be.
you could have just called it Alien Detector Bureau.
That's true.
You could have just moved Bureau around and been done with it. But no, you thought someone at Saban Entertainment thought the acronym BAD was a good idea.
Well, if it was, I mean, this is 1996. If they had leaned into it and been like, "Yeah, we're bad," because
We're the bad
I caught myself saying that in 1996. But like, yeah, I'm bad.
Yeah.
As I was, I was fucking 7 years old. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, I'm bad. Yeah, I'm bad. I'm
bad.
a bad kid. I
I
listen
want candy, bubblegum, and taffy.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I could. But they don't lean into that. It's also this cartoon is very boring.
It is.
Which is it's so hard to be boring when you talk about aliens. But God, nobody has any chemistry with one another. There's this whole plot about Miguel and how he got turned into a baby, and then he has this twin brother.
What?
And you're just like, yeah.
That's
yeah,
exciting.
It should be. But it's like, but the way all this shit is delivered, you're just like, I don't think anybody wants to be here. Like everything is just like so humdrum. The guy
you could
who
say
plays
it's so bad.
It is very very Bureau of Alien Detectors. And like, the guy who voices Moose, he's doing a pretty good job. He's got a lot of passion in his voice. And then the woman who's a psychic, her voice actor is just, she's there for the paycheck. She's barely doing anything.
Was that Brie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I understand why she didn't get any other jobs besides this one.
It kind of shows you that one thing is true. Voice acting is definitely harder than it seems.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of people think that voice acting is like nothing. It's just saying words, but you are acting, and you do have to portray what your character is doing solely using your voice, which is
tough.
harder than it looks.
Yeah,
because it's like, you watch all these people, like you watch people who can't really voice act. They're just in the room and they're reading. But it's like you watch like the good voice actors. Like you watch Mark Hamill do the Joker, or you watch, Jim Cummings do anything. Like they're animated as fuck. They're like using their hands. They got to do everything. But
you got to get into it.
Yeah, you got to like get into this character.
Yeah.
And unlike, live action stuff, you don't have your whole body to work with. You have what has been animated, and they're like, all right, this character does this, he sounds like this. And that's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like, most of the time, the director's like, you need to sound like this, or you need to get out.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's tough.
It's a tough ward. It's not an easy gig, for sure.
It ain't your grandmama's career.
No. Well, unless your grandma can, voice act.
Yeah, unless she can voice act, because there has to be old people character.
Oh, you know that there's some old grandmas out there voice acting.
So, alien design, pretty good actually.
I
will say that there was a lot of good alien design, and as I said earlier, that is probably why they were able to get away with so much violence. There was one episode, this is where you meet Miguel's twin brother, where aliens are just like the government that the Bureau of Alien Detectors works for is also doing shady shit on the side with aliens. So it's like an even worse Men in Black. But so like they're basically, the Bermuda Triangle is a giant human trafficking ring for aliens to experiment on people. And
that's cool. Okay.
It's not cool.
It's like a cool concept.
Oh, wait, okay, it's a cool
Okay,
concept.
it's not
But,
cool
like-
if that's actually happening, but for a story, it's a cool
Yeah.
concept.
So basically, like the whole thing that the aliens do is they rip people apart and then they reassemble them together. But their technology is so advanced they can put like extra parts on you.
What?
And like there's one guy that Ben is talking to because he's the guy who gets captured. He finally gets let go and he looks at him. He's like this like 12-eyed Beetleborg looking dude. He goes, "This is not how I thought you looked when we were talking together." And like they free a lot of them. And he's like, "Okay, we're gonna fight back." He goes, the free prisoner's like, "What are you talking about? We are not fight. We're all scientists, man. We can't fight. Like, we don't know how." And Ben's like, "Oh, fuck."
What do you mean fight back? What?
If we could fight back, do you think we would have really been here in the first place? And what's really crazy is the aliens get super pissed because apparently they were told that this was voluntary. They're like, "We were trying to like bridge the gap for peace with you guys. Are you telling me you kidnapped all these people?" And it's like, "You thought people were letting you do this to them willingly?" I do. So in 1997, report on violence in television by the UCLA identified the Bureau of Alien Detectors as one of the most violent children's programs to debut during the 1996-97 television season. And I don't even remember what came out in 96 and 97, but that's a hell of a claim. In
I
the
believe
90s, I feel like that would be a huge marketing tool to get people to watch this show. You're the most violent cartoon in television, and you're telling me nobody picked that up and ran with it?
It just shows you how bad this show really was. But I feel like they had like the right story because the stories sound so interesting. Maybe it was like just the voice actors, I don't know, but it should have been better.
I think
That's
it
all
was
I gotta
because on
say.
UPN. Because you know what? I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know UPN even had a kids network.
That is right. What the fuck was UPN? You
Yeah.
watching you running to turn on UPN Saturday mornings to watch stuff? Probably not.
No. I don't even know what channel UPN was on.
No, it's. I think I did some research. I think CBS. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't even remember anything coming on UPN as a kid.
No, I don't see that being. It really lived up to its acronym, unfortunately.
Bad. It did.
But Joel, I believe it's time to go to your new reoccurring segment. Reviews that are great, off-world, omnipotent. Fuck, I don't have anything for D. God. I was trying to think of an acronym off the spot, and then it would be reviews that are the Bureau of Alien Detectors.
Gotcha. You're not going to try another one?
No,
You-
I
you're
give
just
up.
done?
No, it was
You're done?
supposed to be an acronym for good and then bad, but whatever.
Well, just like this show, the reviews are bad. To the point where there's only 2 written reviews on this show. Both of them are sitting at an 8, so it was from people who actually liked it. But yeah, they are too long, Andrew. Especially,
I could see somebody liking this if you
Look at
like
this one.
X-Men. Oh my god, that is a very long review. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, okay, so really, I would say that if I were to make a good review for it, I would say that the alien designs are pretty good. Well, we're doing a review for it now, but you know, the alien designs are really good. The animation is okay.
yeah,
Really, what really it does lack is like the voice acting and just kind of like the plot is the plots where they don't focus on like them personally
Yeah.
are way better, like when they're just like dealing with the alien of the week. Because like the first episode, it kind of kicks ass. It's like
Yeah,
a
it does.
giant bug with a rock for a head, and they like have to defeat it and its babies, and they're like, if this thing gets to a city, it's gonna kill everyone. You're like, high stakes. And then the next one is like, we gotta find Miguel, and now he's a baby because of ice. And you're like,
What?
this sucks a lot, actually.
No,
This
we
is not
just
fun.
want to see you guys fighting aliens. That's
yeah,
it.
fight aliens for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, we'll send you down to the border. Let you fight them down there too.
Oh boy, okay. All right.
We went that whole way.
That's true. We did go very far without using an illegal aliens joke.
I know. I had to sneak one in there somewhere. The episode needed it.
All right. Well, yeah. Any closing thoughts?
Don't watch it. Don't waste your time. It was a show that had promise, but execution was not there.
It's all on YouTube. I don't know. I don't really recommend it.
Don't waste your time.
It's just not a fun show to watch. It's not very engaging. It's not very interesting.
Yeah.
Watch X-Men, the animated series, because
Do
that's
that.
the cartoon those guys created that is better.
Yeah.
But I believe that wraps up the Bureau of Alien Detectors.
Sayonara.
If you would like to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/cartoondd. There we have the $5 tier that gets you pins and stickers, access to our Discord, bonus episodes, and episodes with extended audio. We have a website where you can send requests. They're almost as good as the Discord mega requests, but
Yeah.
if you really want to go to the top of the list, you got to pay us. But you can go to cartoondumpsterdive.com. We have an X handle, CartoonDD. We are Cartoon Dumpster Dive on all other podcasting platforms. And as always, we appreciate a 5-star review on the podcasting platform of your choice, so our podcast isn't considered a Bureau of Alien Detectors. Bad. Have a great rest of your week.
And see ya.
All right, so where is it?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where educated. Where is it? See what we can find. Rizzo.
Do you guys want a whole episode where we just talk like Christian Bale Batman?
We'll do a Batman cartoon talking like Christian Bale the whole time. All you got to do is say yes. And don't tempt me, because I will.
This has been a Lughole podcast.